are you guys gonna take? Oh my god, what'd you do?
I threw my phone and it just onto my bed and it just continued to cartwheel off the bed.
But don't you need the phone?
Why do I need the phone?
Oh, okay, so you're off book now. You're fully off script.
I mean, haven't we always been?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, welcome to Truckstop Boyfriend, everyone.
Welcome. My name is Ryan. This is Madison Jones.
Today I am Matthew, so yeah, it checks out.
You're Matthew today. What about yesterday?
You know, someone different.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
It makes life more exciting if you're a different person every day. So.
Yeah. You know what's really rude?
What's rude?
Me eating this cough drop, trying to record.
I just had a hair on my lips, so it's fine.
Okay, so now we're even. Had to get something.
Well, what's been going on? It's been about 5 weeks, it feels like.
I think it has just been about 4, yeah. At least.
You know, we recorded a Thanksgiving episode that is just sitting in the archives. It's actually on YouTube, just private. So, you know, maybe we'll release it for next Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Whatever. Life happens.
Yes.
It's also the holidays. And we are very busy people. And we're really doing our best.
I don't even know if we've talked about this before, but this time thing has really hit hard this year. I feel like with it going back an hour. Yeah, so it gets darker earlier. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It really is crazy.
I want to touch base on this because I know that this happens twice a year, and it has my whole life, right? Has it always been getting dark at 4:30?
No, you live in LA. That's why.
Okay.
But I mean, it gets dark here at
4:30.
It gets dark here at 5-ish. I feel like. I absolutely hate it. I don't understand. They said that they were going to cancel it. I wish that they had just canceled it.
Yeah, I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about this too, and they were saying that I believe even outside of this podcast I was listening to that they introduced legislation to get this done, correct? Right? So
yeah, and from what I know, I think everybody thought that it was going to pass, and it was it just barely didn't pass, and I'm like, who was that one person that said that they enjoy this? You know what I mean?
But what's the reason?
Well, it's for farmers and stuff, so where they have more time in the winter in the daylight. I think yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I don't know.
I get it, but can you not just move the schedule around? Because there's still the same amount of daylight that has always ever been.
Back in the day, I'm sure that it was super helpful, but today, farmers you know, they have all this technology and everything today that I doubt that they even have to do half the stuff that they would have to do back then, you know?
Is it because of OSHA laws for farmers or what? Because it's kind of giving I have to follow some type of state legislation for workers so they can work within a certain time. But sound off below in the comments and educate me if I'm wrong, but there's always the same amount of daylight year round, so just plan accordingly. Not to sound like an ass, but
well, I really couldn't tell you. All that sounds like it's straight over my head. So, like you said,
I mean, there has to be
something that's please let us know, because we would love to know as to why.
I just want to understand more, because I'm okay to be proven wrong.
I mean, all that this is good for.
There's nothing for me to know.
all that this is good for me is it's really the peak of seasonal depression because, you know, it
Yeah.
gets darker earlier. So most of my day, more of my day is darker than in the lot.
Are you ever in the light, Matthew Jones?
I am right now.
This, I think, is an artificial light.
It counts, right?
Are you
It
in the
counts when
light
it's
of the
shining right in
Lord?
my face.
I know, same. I'm like, I can't even see past the camera right now.
I know, like I can't even like look above because like it's like
Mm-mm.
really like blinding. So
So bright.
yeah.
But it's okay. It
Um.
frames us on the camera.
Well, let's get into it. Do you have any truck stop moments this week, or at least from the past few weeks?
No, yeah, I mean, I already touched base on it, but just like, or we already touched base on it, but we're like kind of getting this podcast together for this episode. Like we did it. We were able to arrange it. We didn't like kill each other in the process, so that's good. So that's a good sign.
Our
But
schedules
I
have
mean,
just been all over the place, and I feel like I also haven't been able to even like understand what my schedule was, and I think it's partly because of the seasonal thing, but also like working so
mhm.
much and like so yeah, like I want to apologize to you, Ryan, because I think a lot of it was
It's
my
really
fault.
okay.
I'm taking
No,
ownership.
I want to take ownership as well
Oh, okay.
because I definitely fumbled a few times. However, with what we do, we're very busy people.
No.
And it's just that time of year. And I'm not even traveling this season. And I'm just like, can't even sleep right now. But we're
Mm.
here.
Yeah,
We're
we're
here.
here. We're here. We're getting the
We're
party
here. We're doing it.
started. We're rolling it out. I got my tea that I made because, grandpa season
What
is
kind of
in.
tea are you drinking?
It's like a black peach tea. No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a black. No, it's black blackberry tea.
Blackberry.
Oh my god, did you ever have a blackberry?
No. And
Oh
it's
my
one of
god.
my, being the brat that I am, that's something that I feel really like a lot of FOMO about.
Yeah, I had a few because for some reason
Oh.
the chargers, like the little charging port inside the phone, just
Uh
always
huh.
would fall out. So I would have to like go get it replaced like crazy. And it got to the point where they were like, "Well, you've kind of maxed out, so we're just going to like give you a new phone." And it kept happening. So they just had to keep giving me a new BlackBerry basically.
Well, at least
Um
they were giving you a new phone and like had a solution for it, I guess.
right. But I never had just the basic one that like was just like, you know, like a square, I guess.
Yeah.
The curve, I think that's what it's called. But I did have one that was like a slide up. It was like a little mini touchscreen, and then you could slide it up, and it would have the full keyboard. My favorite one
Oh
was a
yeah.
flip phone version. The outside of the flip phone part. Um, it had like a little touchscreen thing, and
Hmm.
then the inside, once you open it up, like it had a big screen. It wasn't touchscreen, but like you had the full keyboard and everything. That one was my favorite, but that one, of course, was the one that kept messing up over and over and over again.
Yeah. Is it like and it was the BlackBerry that had the slide up or the flip up screen? I thought that was a sidekick
I mean, BlackBerry had a version of like the slide up thing, yeah,
version. Got it. I
yeah,
wasn't educated in the BlackBerry department
yeah. I
because
don't
I
remember.
didn't
I
have
don't think
one.
that one was very popular, but
It was still a BlackBerry.
why we wanted a phone that was like noted to be for professionals while we were in middle
I was
school and high
just thinking
school, I
that.
don't understand.
I was literally
So,
just thinking the same thing. I was like, why are we middle schoolers needing all that technology?
but also at the same time, it translates to today because why do I have to have an iPhone Pro Max? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm over the iPhone. a
They
little
just need
bit.
to change up the design a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I'm ready for something new. I'm like over this like rectangle brick.
Like, honestly, they just need to hire me because I have a lot of good ideas. So,
Like what would be, because iPhone is pretty much here to stay for the foreseeable future, I feel like. But what do you think could be like the next big exciting thing for iPhone?
well, I think that they should create whole new look
Hmm.
for their phone. I think that they can keep the old style too because you know that there's going to be people that are just going to like stay super traditional with the iPhone look.
Yeah.
But I think that um they could also do another design and release them both at the same times where people can choose which one they want. And
Yeah,
I really think that they should do a flip phone version. Um,
I do as well.
because one that's really in right now, you have the Samsung Flip. It's done great. It like was so appealing to me when I think the third one came out that I ended up switching from iPhone to that for a brief period, but I just couldn't do it
Hmm.
because in this household I'm all Apple. I have like the Apple HomePods, I have a MacBook, I have Apple TV. So like it's just really nice to have that universal like compatibility,
Yeah,
and
everything's
having like an
linked.
Android phone, you weren't able to like use any of that. I feel like, um,
Oh yeah,
so
no.
it really threw me for a loop. So I ended up going back to iPhone, but I literally hate the look of the iPhone now. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty. It just played out.
yeah,
Like
it's just
we've
standard.
had
Like
that
they're
for a long time.
yeah, they're not really like I feel like improving the design a whole lot. Like it still looks the exact same. Like clearly they are like making it a little bit more stronger, I guess, of materials. But at the same time, I feel like when this new phone came out, the 15, like people were like showing it breaking and stuff, like bending it in half.
Oh my god.
So I don't know.
I didn't see all that.
Sorry, Apple. You know.
Sorry, pear. You're not a pear, and I don't want to share.
Well, now that we're on this like product review, I have another one for you.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Okay, have you heard of Derek Chadwick?
No. What's
He's
that?
like a little
Or
like
who is that?
Instagram. He's like on Instagram. He's like a little model. I would say that he's probably an influencer, but he lives in LA. Or I think he does. But um, I was scrolling through TikTok and
Okay.
an ad popped up and he was in it and he started his own lip plumper.
Oh my god.
Can you see anything different?
Oh, you bought it, huh?
I did buy it. So, it is like 30 something dollars for a lip plumper, which I think is a little steep. Um but it is advertised as like a whole like matte lip plumper, so like it kind of doesn't have that shine. It's more of just like a redness almost.
Mm-hmm.
It does have like a little bit of like a lip gloss shine, but nothing like other lip plumpers that I've seen and used before, or other lip glosses, I guess. But I give it like a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Um, it doesn't make me feel
It
like my
works
lips are,
well.
huh?
It works well.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like it doesn't feel like my lips are going to explode. Like I've used some lip plumpers before that it just feels like my lips are like bubbling up and like they're about to like explode. Um, but with this
No.
one, it's more of like a spicy heat that's just like on your lips. Um,
Okay.
so it's kind of like a nice little burn. Or tingle rather, not really a burn, but
Should I get it?
yeah, I got it on sale. So it might be on sale, but I bought it from the TikTok shop. It was my first TikTok shop purchase.
Oh my god.
I know.
I've never bought anything.
Yeah, that was the first thing I bought. That's the only thing I've bought so far. My roommate has bought a few things. Several people I work with, they've all bought stuff. So, if you were wondering,
Eh,
it is legit.
There are two products on TikTok that get marketed to me relentlessly. and they're two products I would never even use.
Well, what are
One is
they?
the
Are they diapers?
one. No, I'll be using those very soon. I need those for a concert later. No, I get the constant marketing for the Unbrush, that brush that detangles the hair, and I'm like, girl, I don't even have any hair. Number one. And then the other one is for that little spaceman, little astronaut looking light that projects like the galaxy on the ceiling. And I'm like,
I've
what
never
have I
seen that before.
liked or clicked on to make those two things for me? Because I don't need either of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with TikTok a lot of times, especially with the ads, is if you end up watching it like all the way through, it's going to keep sending it to
Mm-hmm.
you. Whereas like if you just like go ahead as soon as you see it, you slide up or swipe to go past it, it's going to like
Yeah.
skip it and like try to send you a different ad moving forward.
Okay.
I
I just
think. I
never
don't
know
know.
what to watch on TikTok. No, you're probably right. I mean, I don't know why I would. I don't ever remember watching the Spaceman one though, but I definitely
Well,
watched the brush one because I was like, oh wow, that really works.
LOL. You were just so intrigued. You're like, this is what it's like to have hair.
Yeah, some people do have it.
um, so that would bring me to another nice topic to talk about. But
Sure.
what does your For You page look like?
Oh gosh, it's just a bunch of gay boys, and it's honestly just a bunch of funny videos that are so random, or like I like this one parrot. It's very random, but there's this one little parrot that is cute that I like. I can't remember his name, but it's like either birds or some funny videos
You
or
know, that does sound very
Terry
like you, I feel
Joe.
like. Okay, Terry
It's
Joe.
very random, yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Love
You
Terry
know, I
Joe.
feel like Terry Joe has like disappeared from my feed. I'm gonna have to like get into it and try to
Same,
figure out why.
a little bit, yeah.
Um, I feel like mine is also a little bit all over the place. It's very like Taylor Swift, Zach Bryan, of course. Lots of people like singing covers of those artists. And then there's
Hmm.
um, redneck boys, lots of guys with mullets. Lots of guys with mullets. And then you have that occasional like, this is what I bought at Target. And then shopping with my twins. I'm gonna beat them up, like that sort of thing. Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh my
And
god.
then
Can you expand on the beating the twins up video? Like, how did that play
no,
out?
it's not really beating them up. It's actually really funny because she does this like voiceover of the whole time of them like shopping in Costco or Target together, and
Hmm.
the whole time the twins are just like trying to like kill each other, and like she's
Oh my
just like, well,
god.
now the other one just like is choking the other one. Now the other one is like
Oh,
upside down, throwing the other boy out of the cart. Like it's just so funny. Um,
that sounds pretty funny.
yeah, it's funny. Definitely a nightmare. Like if I had a kid or kids,
Hmm.
plural, I don't think that you would see me in a grocery store or any store for that matter with them.
No, not with today's technology. I mean, you already use the pick up your groceries outside thing,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
definitely. Yeah.
and you don't even have any kids. So you bet your
Yeah.
bottom dollar I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah. After working in stores for so long, like I don't even have the
Hmm.
time to go into another store. Like I don't even like go to a clothing store and really shop. Um, Most of the time I
You
just shop
know,
online.
I'm the opposite. It's pretty bad. I love shopping.
I mean, I do too, but like I just shop online and unless it's like a little like local boutique or something like that, like there's like a lot of fun shops here in Nashville that have like all these like different stickers and like mugs and like stuff like that. Like I love that.
Never mind. I had a sneeze.
Oh, that would have been God
Work.
bless you.
Maybe
Gross.
he will one day.
He needs to. He needs to do that to both of us. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for my TikTok for you page. But
TikTok is a big ol' whirlpool of different things.
yeah, I really want
It's
to know
either
who they
really
think
funny
I
or
am.
very negative. Say that
Oh
again.
yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
I said I really want to know who they think I am. But
Yeah, you know what would
also,
be fun?
what?
If there was a way to build an AI based off your TikTok feed to see what that person would look like.
You know what? I'm sure that we could just type that into Chat GPT, and I'm sure it would give us something. So
We should try it. And that should be our marketing for this video.
yeah, that can be well that, and it can just be like our new logo. Like instead of like using like our faces for anything going forward, we're just going to use that.
Mine's just going to be like this random AI person with a beak.
Yeah, like Duck
The
Commander. I
bird
was thinking
videos.
Duck Commander.
Oh my god, I love ducks. Anyway, if y'all follow me on
um,
Instagram, you'll know. It's really the most random thing.
LOL. I saw this hoodie the other
Little,
day
little
at
baby
Urban
duck.
Outfitters, and they had it's a national parks hoodie, but it had like ducks on the back.
Oh my god, show it to me.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
I don't know why. Like,
Um,
it's so random.
so
Can I
what
tell you a
have
funny story?
you? Oh yeah, tell me.
So, this is like throwback to like high school. Like, probably ninth or 10th. No, probably even like middle school. So, back when I was straight, I had this girlfriend, right?
We
And
all did.
we all did. A couple of them. But I could still pull a girl to this day if I, wanted to, but I can't.
Right,
I can't break her heart like that. That's not who I am
right.
anymore.
He's like,
But
right.
hey there, back to that. No, so I should actually, before I say I had a girlfriend, I had like this massive fish tank, very big fish tank, and some random animal that I had, but I had all these koi fish and some goldfish, right? And I was really good about taking care of them, and like they all had names, and the whole bit, right? I was really proud of having this fish that I like took care of, and they lived a long time. But back to the girlfriend. So I was like super into her, like, we had a lot of fun. We like went out like to shops and movies and the whole bit, right? For middle school, whatever. But we would call each other all the time. And my life is so boring. All I had to talk about was these fish, right? And we were we just went along still dating and dating and dating. And we like broke up. And probably like 3 or 4 months. I don't even know how long this relationship lasted. It wasn't that long, like 6 months or something stupid. And come to find out, like a year later, she broke up with me because I talked about them fish too much.
You're a little fish boy.
Oh my god. It was devastating at the time. I was like, oh my god, I was like really just trying to have genuine conversation and like have like, tell her something I was proud of, I guess, at the time, like
Oh,
in
oh.
hindsight. But it's like, wow, he's really sitting here talking about these fish again, huh?
That's so
I was
funny.
like, yeah,
I
it's so funny in
had
hindsight.
several goldfish growing up. They all died really fast. And then, while I was in college, I really wanted a pet while I was like living in the dorms. So I got a little beta fish and it went with me everywhere. I would like take it on trips and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so
Because,
cute.
like when you buy it, it comes in like a little cup. And so I had like a a
You did not take that
fishbowl.
fish in that cup.
Yeah, I did. I had like a
Oh my
fishbowl
god.
at in my dorm, and then I had a fishbowl in Kentucky where my parents were, and then like sometimes like if I was going somewhere else, I would just take my fishbowl from my dorm. But like to travel with it, I would just put it back in that cup and I would just travel with it. And he loved it. He was always so happy. His name was Edison.
Did I know you when you had this fish?
Yeah, I think so, because I was in the apartments at that point. Because when I was in the dorms, I was sneaking out to to go to the gay
I
bars with
know.
you.
I
So,
know.
the apartments
I
was
like
after
had to
that.
come
So
pick
yeah,
you up and like the oh my gosh, the maneuvery we had to do at
yeah,
one point
literally sneak
to
down the
like get
back
you out
of
of
the
there,
hill. Yeah,
literally,
that's so
because you're in
funny.
this Christian college.
Yeah, yeah,
That was a mess. Anyway, I'm
yeah.
glad we're here
It
now.
got me to Nashville, and
Yeah, it
so.
did.
Anyways, yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like, I loved that fish, and then my roommate at the time killed it when my great grandma had passed away, and so I went home as for an
Oh
emergency.
my
The poor thing
god.
didn't get to come with me on that trip. Um, and yeah, my roommate didn't feed him and killed him. So I
Do you
still
want to
hold a
dox
special
this
place,
person?
huh?
Do you want to dox this person?
Not just for that, but for other reasons too. Probably so.
Okay. We don't have to do that because we're not messy like that, but oh my god.
Yeah.
Also look at me like 15 years later getting on the World Wide Web still talking about these fish.
You're breaking the ice. But like people still have fish tanks like that, like
Yeah.
huge. Um, I had
Oh,
some
I know.
friends, they don't live
It's like
here
such a thing.
anymore. They don't live here anymore, but when they would like go out of town and stuff, they would ask me to like fish sit essentially and just like feed their fish every day and like stuff like that. So, but they had
I
like
would
a
totally
big
get another
big
fish.
tank. Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking that too. I'm like, I feel like maybe I could do that, but I don't know.
We should.
Me with no time right
That's going to
now.
be
Anyways,
our podcast mascot is a little fish.
yeah, a little
Do you
fish
hear
in
all
the
those
in the middle
sirens?
of the hat. No,
Do you hear all? No. Okay, work. The sound's working.
no, I do
Okay,
hear
so
that
next,
actually. What's happening out there?
I don't know. It's
I don't know
LA.
either. Yeah, what's
Something.
next?
Beyonce.
Oh, have you seen
Beyonce.
the movie?
I did see the movie. Have you?
No, I've been
Worth
way too
every cent.
busy. I want to
Worth
go see
every
it because,
penny.
of course, I didn't see the show. So
I know. It's the biggest, like, since we're talking about FOMO again, here we are. I didn't go. And I knew as soon as I wasn't able to go that I would regret never going. And here we are. And oh my god,
yeah,
it was so good. I might go see it again.
yeah. So have you listened to her new song that she dropped after the movie came out?
Absolutely.
What are your
Absolutely.
thoughts?
Love.
Okay, like I really like it. I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I just feel like music has really evolved so much in the past like 2, 3 years. Like pop music in general just doesn't have any strong bridges anymore. Like I want like a strong bridge. Like I want an anthem. And I feel like
You want
old
a
old
hook.
Beyonce really had all that. Like she had all that.
Hmm.
And I feel like now like I'm down for this sound. Like it's super fun. Like I loved this album. Um I just like really like a good strong bridge every once in a while. Like I think you could have like a good mix of songs where like, you know, it's a
I will
best of
say
both
that
worlds situation.
this song was used for the end credits,
Right.
which made sense in the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was like such a bop when it was like the end, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
Mm.
With the
Mm.
sound going and everything. But yeah, I know, I understand. I was thinking the same thing about it. I was like, yeah, there's not really like a ton of words to it that she's even singing like that could be. But I will say that song has been in my head for like 3 days.
Oh, there we go. So it works.
Okay,
Well,
next topic. Nicki Minaj.
oh, I've not listened
Barbs.
yet.
Are you a
Don't ask me
barb?
about it. No, not really. But I will say, before I moved to Nashville, I was seeing this guy that had he was really into Nicki Minaj. And so he got me on a few songs. And, you know, I'll listen to them all the time. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I know.
I wouldn't say. I think I'm probably like a 91% Barb because she has some fans out there, and I love her. But I kind of pick and choose some of the songs on the album that I like really play. But I do like her a lot. I think she's great. But yeah, this album is cute. I like it.
I'm gonna listen to it today. I think that that would be a good thing for me to do today is just like take a break, do some cleaning, and listen to that album. Um,
It's got a lot of like samples on it, so I feel like you're gonna get some like good house cleaning going to it because
okay,
like listen to
okay,
everybody.
okay,
Start with everybody with Lil Uzi Vert because that one's really good and it's like a sample that you're gonna recognize immediately. She also has a Cyndi Lauper sample.
okay.
Lauper, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. What? Oh my god! I just had a very embarrassing moment with myself. I almost called her Cyndi Lautner.
Oh,
And I
Taylor
was like,
Lautner.
I know it's Lauper. Yeah, that's where I went.
Well,
Anyway,
that people are saying that her and Taylor have something in the works.
no, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Nicki Minaj? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so too.
they what is her sign? Do you remember? Is it Sagittarius?
Yeah, they're both Sag.
Yeah, so at the VMAs, I think it was, they were both like saying Sagittarius. Like they're like, this is
Mm-hmm.
my favorite Sagittarius or something like that. And like it just seemed very like coded. Um
Mm-hmm.
so everybody thought that it was going to happen on 1989, but I think that there's a new project in the works for Taylor. So um I think that it might be that. But anyways, not to do a deep dive or anything, but
No, I was thinking the same exact thing. I'm still convinced that Beyonce and Gaga still have something coming out together
mm.
later on because I just feel like their marketing and their tour show was so similar.
Well, they've done it before, so I think that they could definitely do it again.
Yeah, and it's still
I
to be
think it would be
continued. To be honest,
so cool to do like a whole album if they did like a whole album or a whole EP together.
I know. Can you imagine?
I really think that
You
there
would.
is going to be like this whole new era of pop music where it is like people collaborating on whole projects instead of it just being like one song. Um, because I think that's just like a big thing right now. Like you have Boy
That'd be so
Genius.
cool.
Um, but I mean, I think too, like you're pulling so many like fan bases, like you're going to
Hmm.
take over the charts. You know what I mean?
Well, Beyonce still has Act Two to put out.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Hmm.
would literally die. You wouldn't be. You wouldn't see me for months.
Yes, we
You
would
would see
because
me
we need
literally
to.
on their feed.
We told each other that we're going to do better about recording, so we would see each other every week.
I think our
Well,
podcast is going to turn into just us looking at a camera and contemplating life,
hasn't that what it's
which
always
I think
been?
is totally valid. I mean, that's basically what we do.